Hello to all you fine ladies and gentlemen, my name is MegaBubFish, and welcome back to BunchaSquares, The Kingdoms, Episode 3. And we are somewhere here, and you haven't seen this because, as the title of this video implies, I've done some of the dreaded mining off camera. Yeah, and as the title of my last video implied, that is a bit outdated. That video is a bit old now, as compared to what's actually been happening and what I've actually been doing. And I think it's best if I just kind of show you. And yes, feel free to razz me in the comments, but I have been very, very busy. My summer classes have been quite a lot. So the first thing you'll notice is I have an AFK spot here on my little island. I've also expanded this farm, and bamboo was not exactly cutting it, so I've moved to sugarcane. And that is much, much better. I also have a little creeper farm here, and if you come down here, you can see that it is going great guns. We have gunpowder like crazy. Also, another thing we have like crazy is this little honeycomb farm here. Oh my goodness, there's honeycomb spilling out. That makes about as much sense as it ever does. I don't quite know. I feel like I should just kind of block that section off, but okay. Yes, we have plenty of honeycomb, but that's not all. This is what I've taken from these farms in the about 2.5 weeks that I've been, working and AFKing here. And we have a good amount of materials to do a good amount of things. As you can also see, my notched pickaxe has been updated. It is now netherite as well. I got 1 ingot, and I figured I might as well use it. So what else have I been doing that I haven't been showing you? Well, for starters, I have a little bit of a nether tunnel now that goes all the way from my, what is it, industrial island? What do you want to call that? I don't even know. My industrial land. All the way back to my base. And the base has received a couple of, minor upgrades. Nothing major, just little stuff like entire buildings. As you can see in here, we have a bunch of villagers still, but I've also done some work in the village proper. Yeah, so I decided at some point to just kind of go ham as I was listening to lectures for classes, and replaced just about every building in the village with one of these custom buildings. I really love the way the diorite and the calcite work together, and it's created a lot of cool things. This is where my house was before. It is now a stables. None of this is fully complete, by the way. This is just getting started. But if we look over in here, this is where my base is currently. I have a bit more control and a little more organization going on in here. Not a whole lot. But as you can see, yeah, I have plenty of materials at this point. You can pretty much just go nuts and build whatever I need to or want to. Plenty of nether stuff. Yes. So, yes, I did a little bit of mining off camera. And I know that's a cardinal sin on YouTube, but what can you do? Speaking of a little mining, some of this honey, the honeycomb, I have been selling as free field honey. And I don't know what we have in here so far. As you can see, I've done some armor stand magic, and I'm really, really proud with how it turned out with these little bees and their great big rosy bee cheeks. I used a custom skin to get these heads, and then had a couple of other people just kill me left and right. That mountain is coming along quite well. The gray hills are going to be a force to be reckoned with, I can tell. But let's check. We've made 3 diamonds. I will consider that a win. So last episode, if you remember, I built up this central section of the build here, or of the city rather, and, well, now there's a hall on top of it, and if you come in, I've decorated it up just a little bit, just to give it that extra nifty feeling. I love how this turned out so much. It's not super detailed, and it's not super big, but it's all that the Lord of Freefield needs sitting upon his Blackstone throne. I think this looks fantastic. I am a big fan. But that's not all. Obviously, if you've seen in the distance in these past few clips, oh, out this way, there's a little exit, and there's going to be a little garden out here. eventually. But if we come up here, you will see that I have made a bit of a bridge and a second tower outside of the city gates. And there's a reason for this. So originally, this hall was meant to be the questing hall that I mentioned in the last video. Now the questing hall is actually going to be over in here. Yeah, I have a bit of a drop here, so let's see. Nailed it. And of course there's an ender chest down in here. We'll get to that in a second. Yeah. Yeah, I did some mining off camera, so yes. But down here we have the area that will eventually be the questing hall. Now I haven't done a whole lot to clear it out. There isn't a whole lot exciting to show, but I think I will work on that later in today's episode. But for starters, I think what we need to do is go back up to the surface and work on maybe some mining off screen. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. I wish I'd have been able to record more of this as I was building it. I just didn't have time, and I was doing a lot of it, like I said, while I was listening to lectures. And I will probably be doing a lot more listening to lectures, but hopefully, now that I have my computer with me, I will be able to record some stuff in between. So what are the goals for today's episode? Well, I have a few things. As you can see, there's sort of this circular structure here, and another one right here, and there might wind up being one by the gates, or maybe even two by the gates. I'm not sure. I'd like to finish up sort of like the guard tower structures of the city. Yeah, because it's getting to be more of a city. I also would maybe like to work on the inn. I've kind of outlined an area here where I think the inn should go. I also need to do some terraforming. Can I help you? I also just kind of need to make sure that this is all looking nice and fancy. I'd like to work on the questing hall down under this tower here. That tower there. And this looks so good. This really does. I'm so excited about this. I'm actually going to go off into the distance here and just take a quick look at it from up on top of the Grey Hills. Now I can't stay in the Grey Hills too long or else Shrill will start charging me taxes, and it looks like he'll probably need taxes to pay for his mountain renovation. Goodness, that looks amazing. That looks so cool. Okay, let's take a look at this. Oh, it looks so good. I'm so happy with this. Okay, well, hold on a second. I need to zoom in. Okay, so this town is definitely coming to life. There's a lot of detail work that needs to happen, but honestly, I'm quite pleased with this. I'm going to screenshot that. That's probably going to be the thumbnail. Okay, alright, let's get this fixed back up. Zoop, I think I had it about 80. And let's get back into building things. Alright, so I think we're making good progress here. I'm not exactly sold on the design of these towers, but I think they look okay. And if you look, you can see the second one down the coast a little bit. I don't know. Maybe it's the dark oak being accented there and nowhere else on the structure. It frustrates me a bit. I kind of want to go and face it in a little bit more like this and give it the tower top, but I don't know if that'll actually look better or if it'll just be too tall and put it way out of line with everything else. So you guys tell me what you think I should do with that. In unrelated news, we have a head here, and I believe this is going to be Smopo's head. Yes, Smopo had dropped her head off here. Once again, strange gestures from the Greystones. Essentially, from what she said, this was a peace offering. So, I honestly don't understand the people of the Grey Hills. I think I'll have to watch them and make sure they don't cause any trouble. Well, that's enough building stuff for a little while, with all this, off-camera stuff happening left and right. Let's go and explore a little bit, because I hear tell that Northernland has discovered something off in the distance, and it may have serious ramifications for our friends in the Grimstone Mountains. I don't know where my boat went. Okay, so we've made it to the swamps. If you haven't seen Muddy Puddle's video, I recommend going and checking that out. Him and Reggie YouTube made a really cool episode, or actually a couple of episodes really, where they went out and they explored to find some swamp and some slime, and they found a hidden structure. Now, I don't know exactly where it is, but we should be coming up on it fairly soon here. This coral looks amazing right now. Okay, so it looks like we're pulling in here at the swamp, and you can see the structure right there. This is definitely interesting, and it looks like somebody's removed part of the roof. I know how these are supposed to look, and it also looks like somebody's blown it up a little bit. Okay, interesting. Well, if you've watched Muddy Puddle's video now, you'll know exactly what happened there. One crazy exploit after another. I thought that was really neat. But okay, let's see. I want to climb up here because we've got some of these copper stairs and stuff. Oh wait, is there a way on the inside? I honestly don't know. Okay, so if we get up here, yeah, it looks like there was something up here, and it's now gone. Very interesting. The insane madness of the living can be more terrible than the bloody hunger of the undead. So, something weird is happening here. Because this did have... Yeah, this did have Grimstone Mountain flags on it when I saw the video. Very interesting. Also, there is a zombie spawner back here. I'm not sure if there's anything else hidden in the deep dark depths, but it does beg the question, what was happening here? Well, hopefully we'll be able to figure out what the secrets of this structure were from somebody who was there at some point. Alright, so we've had a little bit of a time skip since the last clip was recorded. Once again, you know, real life and stuff just always seems to get in the way. But we are back down here, and as you can tell from where I'm at, it's time to start the Questing Guild Hall. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I've been working on a little design for a while now, and I think this should be the correct size for everything, and it should come across as really cool once it's all done. I've got some nice materials planned out for this thing, but I'm going to jump right on into it and not waste any more of your time. Hopefully the next time you see it, it will be at least mostly done. Well, we've made some substantial progress here today, and I think this is looking fantastic. I'm just finishing up the ceiling now, but other than that, this is almost complete. We've got this really sort of cool tavern feel to this hall. And as you can tell, I'm kind of aging up the copper a little bit. I'm trying to get it to about this stage. I might let it go one stage further, and then I'm going to wax it. But yeah, we kind of have this little area. I'm going to populate it with some armor stands and some stuff. But the main part of it, well, not main part of it, but you get this. This is the main part of it. This in here, though, is going to be... I don't know exactly what to call it. Maybe the Hall of Deeds or something. I'm going to have a villager in here, and he's going to essentially be the master of quests. And all of these books are designed to be written in with different quests. Yes, not written in and signed, mind you, because people tend to really like to sign the books they've written in. But no, just write in the quests and what the rewards might be, or who you talk to in the tavern here in order to get the quest. And that should be the main part of it here. I think this turned out really cool, though. I love making little book corners, and this took about 2 stacks of bookshelves to get this to look just as it is. And I think it looks amazing. But what do you guys think of this so far? I'm really happy with the way this is coming out, and I think the city of Freefield is finally going to have its first main attraction for people coming in. Not only that, we're going to have our first quest starting at some point here, probably the next video. Don't think I'm going to get around to it today, but I think we've made some fantastic progress even so. Alright, so I think this is about as far as this is going to go today. I really do like how this has turned out. I've left this area for potential future expansion, but we also have a cool little banner up there that I saw a tutorial for online. I'll link to it if I remember to. And of course we got some gold crown and armor stand there going on. I'll need to be back down here and wax all the copper at some point, but for right now, I think this is looking really, really good. I'm definitely pleased with how it's turned out, and people are talking already in our Discord about the first quest. Now, over here, because what we're going to be using is some custom villagers, we don't want people abusing that, so I do have something here right at the entrance. Please remove Hero of the Village before entering. And it is a wandering trader holding out a milk bucket. And if you didn't know, you can remove the Hero of the Village effect with a bucket of milk. So, basically, we have our cow named Cat down here. And, yeah, she's just generally having a good time living here in the underground. Yes, custom biomes are my passion. Yes, okay, so I think we are doing pretty good here, but there's something we need to do before I go any further in this episode, or before I finish the episode, really. And that is, well, you know, Wither-y. That's right, it is time to kill the Wither, and I think I'm just going to have to do it on my own, because that's the way you do it. We're just going to have to play the best Minecraft of our lives. Okay, here we go. We are ready to go here. I'm actually down in one of the fire's mines, because I think this will be kind of interesting. I'm going to see how much of the space the Wither opens up, and how many silverfish he actually kills. I'm just kind of curious about this. Okay, let's go. No further gilding of the lily. Let's go. Okay. Is he going to make a beeline for me, or what is he going to do? What can we do about this? Okay. Oh, interesting. I don't think I've ever had a trident before at this point. Can I literally just kind of cheese this here? I think I might be able to. Uh-oh. Where'd he go? Uh-oh. Okay. Ow. Okay, golden apple time. Okay, just go for it. 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 Don't go for it. Oh no. No, 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 no. No. Come on. Come on. Come on. Got him. Oh, eat something. Oh my goodness. That was terrifying. I'm a little panicked right now because I don't think I got the achievement for it. Okay, I'm gonna climb out of here. Well, I got a Wither's head, I got a Wither rose, and a Nether star, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. Kind of panicked for a second there, but should be all good. I'm quite pleased with that. We finally have the materials for a beacon. And there we have it. We have a beacon beam going all the way up to the world height, and it is fantastic. Here we have the entrance down here, and it's right in the center of this tower. I actually had to remove a few blocks up near the top. That's kind of cool. They changed the effect not too long ago for standing in the beacon beam. that actually looks kind of hilarious right there. It's like wind whistling by my face. It's kind of funny. Alright, well, I think that was a mighty successful endeavor, and that this has made a mighty successful build, honestly. Like, I've had a lot of fun with this. I've shown it off to a few people. I think Salty really seemed to enjoy the book corner in here. It's going to be very, very fun to get this fleshed out and filled in with the NPCs. Like I said, we're using custom villagers for this, so yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a while before I get them all installed in here, and that's probably going to be an off-camera thing. But now that I have access to a beacon and haste 2, I really feel like I should go mining somewhere. So I'm going to go do that real quick. Okay, so we have made some progress here. I went mining for just a little bit down in the mines, and as you can see, 21 diamond blocks. Well, okay, I only got like 4 diamond blocks from mining, but still, that's way better than I've been doing, and 3 spares. But I thought I would come out here and check my free field honey. I've changed the price down to 1 diamond for 3 stacks, and somebody has bought some, so it's time to restock this, at least partially. It feels good to have this much progress done this quickly in a season, honestly. Like, I know it feels like it's probably been forever for everybody else, but this has gone really, really quickly for me. I usually take a lot longer to get this far along. So I've got my beacon, I've got my everything, and I think that's probably about where I'm going to wrap up my episode 3. So if you've enjoyed this episode of BunchaSquares, The Kingdoms, please, please, please leave a like, leave a comment, and go and check out some of the other squares because they've been doing fantastic stuff. Today I think I'm going to shout out Muddy Puddle because we actually did a little bit of something together that's going to be showing up in one of his videos, and I would recommend checking that out. But anyways, this has been this time, that will be that time, and I have just run out of time. So I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!